Okay, well, something went wrong there. It all kind of tripped out. I'm hoping that people will find this one and switch over. So let's see if that works. Hey, hello. So you found me. Okay. Um, the chat found me. Great. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. It just kind of tripped out, and then the one that was scheduled. Hey, Natalie. Yeah, it just stopped. So I don't know why. I'm really hoping. Look at these trees behind me. I'm hoping that this is picking up through this mic. So I'm going to do a couple of tests now. Okay. Um, if it is, and I'm aware that there's always a delay. Hello, Hillary. Um, what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's working through this mic. Okay. No, never mind. I want to show you these beautiful trees here, and then we'll go to the boat. So I don't know what blossom tree this is, but my goodness, is it in blossom? Hello, Ruth. I haven't seen your name, but I assume you're here. Shalom. Thanks for joining. And how's that for a blossom tree, huh? Hello, Martin from Canada. And everyone who I didn't say hello to and I missed because I was there's no tip link because what happened is I needed to just restart the stream because the one that was scheduled just didn't work. I'd love to know what this tree is if anyone knows. This yellow one. Hi Ruth, I see you now. So yeah, beautiful colours together. Hello Mary Ellen. And besides the pink and the yellow, look, there's a little bit of purple on the rosemary. Forsythia. Okay, great. Thank you. Now I know. And I haven't planted any tulips this year. I'm just enjoying. I've replanted my herbs and that kind of thing into the ground to make them grow better. Now, here's the boat, the little green one, and the idea of today is to see if I can handle this by myself, if I can handle the driving of the boat and the using of the gimbal and all that type of stuff. So here goes. Now let me show you the mic setup. I've got this mic plugged into the sender because this mic is really directional, and I'm hoping like crazy that I can use this mic on the boat without the mic picking up the sound of the engine. That is the problem, because I can't afford an electric motor just yet. So here we go. Boat. Newly serviced engine. So I've just got two mooring lines, one here and one at front. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to chug us back. Oh, look at that nice reflection of the house upside down. I don't want to go swimming, no. I got to chug us out backwards through that little gap there. And then I can go out from there. So let's see what happens. And here is where, when I can't hold the gimbal, I'm going to pop it in there like this. And it actually needs something. And I just need to find something. It needs something to give it a bit of a spacer. Ay. I thought I had everything organized, but just hang on a second. Gonna I'm really excited about this working because if it works, it gives me a lot of flexibility of places we can go and things I can show you. Okay, this is the spacer. So I can put that between the prongs of the gimbal. There, that works better. Okay. Now, let's put you on the other camera. Okay, now. Next test is to start the motor and see if you can hear it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to prime it. There we go. Just going to let it warm up a little bit. So we have motor. It is a lovely day. Let me do a slow pan around for you. While we're just waiting for the motor to warm itself up a little bit. So yeah, let me know if you can hear the motor at any point. Not too nerve-wracking. You see in here is the extension. Okay, now I haven't finished doing the 360. Sorry if I'm moving around too quickly. The weather was very misty this morning. Nice, but misty. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to pop you back and we can hear it, but hear you also. Okay, well, I'm hoping that when I'm actually driving, I'm going to be a little bit further away from it because it's got this extension. Oopsie. It's got this extension thing here. So let's slip the moorings. And I'll be back in just a sec. I'll do the front bow line. Goodness knows how I'm going to actually moor again. With no one to help me, but anyway, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Oh, this rope is so full of slime. Okay, here goes. It's one rope free. There you are. It's another rope free. Okay, let's get out of here. Now careful, the edge of that boat there. Haha, it's working. And it's a great relief to have a service motor. Okay. Okay, let's get the show on the road now. Put you on the other camera. And right. So now I've got the boat in one hand. Audrey, hi. And I've got you in the other hand. And I'm hoping you can hear me well. And I'm hoping you don't hear the motor too much. So this is what it looks like this side. Where in Amsterdam am I, Leslie? I'm on the KNSM island. Whoopsie. From the little harbour over there. where I moor. Hey, bedankt Natalie. And there are these houseboats here. So I decided to do the first test out here, not on the canal belt, just, so I can really see how it all goes. So I don't have the added worry of sort of canal boats and tourist boats. Had trouble getting on. Yeah, the first tour that I had sort of, I don't know why, it just stopped, it just ended after 30 seconds. So great that you all found me. This is the houseboat that we went visiting once upon a time that my friend Caroline owns. There's two here actually belong to her. And she rebuilt from a wreck way back in the... Oof. Is it cold? No, it's not cold. It's about 16, 18 degrees, something like that. That's centigrade, obviously. Here's where we can swim. The little cafe. Huh. I only took this boat out once last year, and on that one time, yeah, she rents out one, Mary Ellen. And, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, and then the motor made a whole lot of smoke, so I didn't trust going out on it again. But anyway, everything's set. Now, the reason it's so important to have the boat this year is because this year it's Sail, which is the Tall Ships Festival. And it's every 5 years, but the last one was in 2020, so it was cancelled. So it's been 10 years since Sail, and it's happening right here on my island. And I wanted to have the boat ready. It's in August, so it's some way away, so that we can join the throng. I've shown you this before. These are these amazing apartments with the trapdoors underneath. Squatted originally and now worth about $1.5 million or something. It's probably on the conservative side now. Okay, I'm going to go a bit faster to make this the engine as noisy as possible. So if you can hear the engine now, it's at its most noisy, and I'm actually going a little bit too fast for what's allowed in the canals, but I can do that out here. Natalie, I think it's from 20 to 25 August, something like that. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day out. And for me, it's going to be like a weekend of pottering about in boats. No motor sound at all. That's fantastic news. Exactly what I wanted to hear. Whoopsie, sorry. Here is a building that's called Barcelona. Not entirely sure why. Thanks for the coffee, Susan. Much appreciated. Oh, it's good to be on the water again. Yeah, and these are all houseboats. All of them. Nice place to live. So yeah, if I won the lottery, which I always say would be quite miraculous since I don't enter it, but actually, to be fair, I do enter every now and then, only €2. I wouldn't leave Amsterdam, but I would buy a houseboat like this, here. Yeah, the size of this thing is amazing. There's so much room in there. And yeah, it's just such a lovely place to live this. Yeah, I did. I did take us in the courtyard of that once. I think this kind of boat's called a Spitz here on the right, and that's like this really long, wide houseboat. Just fantastic amount of living space. Oh, right. Hit the open water. So yeah, in an emergency, then I'm going to pop you in here and the gimbal holder, and then that's what you see. So that's also fine, and I put it in foam so it didn't get any, how do you say, vibrations from the side of the boat. Of course, it'll get a little bit boring looking in one direction the whole time, I guess, but it's really just if it's an emergency. Which it's not. Oh, look, not now. So I'll show you a few things. There's a ferry over there. You'll see it moving in just a bit. And then there's a barge over there, and that barge is heading up the Amsterdam Rhine Canal, joining, no prizes for telling you where that joins to. But here you see one of the riverboats, going to Basel or Budapest. So this is also the route of the riverboats on the Rhine Canal. And, all the German castles, all these wonderful things. I've not been on one yet. One day. And there's another barge charging behind it there, you can see. Really busy, busy waterway. Every now and again I have to go up there on this funny emergency. What kind of emergency was I thinking about? Well, sorry, I know we zoomed in too much for me to move like that. Just if I suddenly have to avoid another boat or take sort of drastic action, and I can't, I can't be holding the gimbal with one hand. So here's a ferry that goes across to Zeeburger Eiland now. And the stupid thing, I think, is it's only for bicycles and people. So with little scooters, even though I have an electric one, I can't go on there to get across there. I get it that maybe they want to ban the petrol scooters because they're stinky and smelly and they want to discourage them, but I thought they're meant to be encouraging electric scooters. So yeah, I've never used it. But it is a convenient link. And just waiting for it to go, because obviously I'm not going to go in front of it because actually I don't know how frequently it goes. And I can't see if the back door is closed. Let's have a look. Oh no, there's somebody jogging up to it. Of course, who knows? I might sit here for 10 minutes. You'll never know. Yeah, smooth. You mean the camera? Yo, it's on a gimbal. That's the funny thing about having a camera on boats. Often the boat is on a gimbal. You know, the boat is rocking around all over the place, but the image stays still because of the stabilizer. Okay. Ah, there we go. It's going to leave now. Good thing I didn't go in front. I think it's just raised the back ramp. Come on, gotta move on. Let's see if I can ram it. There we go. Okay. So just going to pop up here. We'll go under the Python bridge. This is where the kids jump off the highest part in the summer. It's the same height as the houses you see beyond it, at the top of the bridge. I've been in Amsterdam 31 May and 1 June. I should be here, Audrey. I think. Pretty sure that sounds like dates I'll be here. So yeah, just the significant thing about this neighborhood, I think, is that they'd made a really good job of all this residential property. They realized that people didn't like living in shoeboxes, so they gave all these different architects the specification of making family dwellings where every dwelling has private outdoor space, its own private access, and integrated parking. So you can see if you go around looking at the different blocks how the different architects dealt with that. And also importantly, the ground floor apartments are 1.5 times the height of a normal apartment. And the reason for that is that they thought one day if the character of the area changes and it becomes more commercial, then the apartments will be the height that a commercial office or a retail premises would want it to be. So they could then repurpose without having to tear down and rebuild. So that was all done with a view to long-term sustainability. And here's the Python Bridge with the sun shining on it, which we didn't get coming through the other way. And the birds above. That is indeed quite a jump. I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, you see it happening all the time in the summer. Yeah, the planning was great, and because they'd made so many mistakes with previous generations of urban expansion, just making things that people didn't end up liking living in. It's quite bouncy, actually. I know it doesn't look like it. Maybe I wonder if you can see the nose bouncing or not. Okay, I'm going into some waves made by those big Rhine boats. Thank you, Leslie, for the donation. Oh, that's okay, Ronnie. Glad you found us because the first live stream crashed. So here we are on the boat, and I worked out a way that I can hold the gimbal and hold the tiller extension like that. And then I can do this without Lee because she's so busy skippering this year, and then when she's not working it's like, hey Lee, do you want to come with me on the boat and help out? And she's like, boats. Yeah. These interesting houses here. I see that one has a scaffold, the other one has a blue room, this other one has a green room with that wonderful green glass. I wonder if any of you remember, but years ago I actually went for a swim on one of the boat tours. It's when Lee was with me in the Western Islands. Nice little spot here. This is that line of houses where people were allowed to get architects to design their individual houses, whereas most of this area was designed, the people living there had no choice in the final design. I'm not going to go up here because we've done it before from the road not so long ago. But people could choose what was important to them. I think this person here has got There's one of them here anyway where there's cars on different levels, like an elevator for cars. I don't want to go driving into the wall now. Um, it was one of the casual Amsterdam videos, probably called Borneo Island, I'm guessing, or something like that. You know what is happening though? So holding the gimbal in the one hand and the tiller in the other is like my gimbal arm is getting tired, and we're only 26 minutes in. Okay, maybe I need to swap arms a bit. Whoops. Whoops is not the kind of word you want to hear, is it? Let's see. What have we here? Beautiful, still sunny day. It's a bit hazy, so I realise you probably can't see that much. So many boats. Those look very nice, huh? Those units over there, and they with their private roof terraces. That's probably how they did the private outdoor space. So let me see. I can also pop you in the holder. Oh, there we go. Whoops. So much more relaxing on land. Yeah, for me too. Most certainly, Linda. Yep. I guess, the way technology is going so fast, I mean, it probably exists already, but I don't know if one can stream in 360 degrees or not, but it would be great just to have a 360-degree camera vertically in the middle of the boat and not have to worry about the camera. And then you could just look wherever on earth you wanted to. I'm sure that's possible. Maybe not streaming, but it will become possible. So yeah, that's the Pac-Man building there, coming up, the big monstrosity, which looks a bit like a prison, if you ask me. It was called the Pac-Man building because the design of a building that was going to be there, and then actually that building never got designed, and the current building has got nothing to do with Pac-Man, but it was called that for that reason. It's kind of got like the frame on the outside, and balconies outside every dwelling, so it's probably really nice for living in. It just feels like a bit of a prison to me. And here's another swimming place coming up, but I am going to... Oh, Sir John Reiterman, did he do them live though, Leslie? That's my question. Or did he do it just as... Hey, can you hear the wind on the mic, by the way? Because I've got quite a lot of wind on the mic. The old bears have the life jackets on. Har, har, har. Okay, let's see what happens when I turn, if the gimbal... Oh, the whole thing turns. Good. Doesn't carry on pointing in the same direction. A bit of wind. Yeah, that was going straight into the wind, so... and back we go. Okay, I'll ask him about it. This little corner down here ahead is my favorite place for coming in the summer because it's so sheltered here, and then stopping the engine and then swimming off the boat and cleaning underneath it. There was a crane standing on the houseboat deck. Cool. Okay, I didn't notice the crane. So, this is how. Now I can even sit down. Look. You know what I can also do, oops, is I could do early morning ones. I know most of you are probably going to be sleeping then, but it's so beautiful in the early morning in the canal belt. With just everything still, except for, of course, me with my engine, my petrol motor. Thank you, Mary Ellen. So yeah, all these buildings have popped up here. I don't know how they get in and out of town. There's no real public transport like a tram or anything, so yeah, it depends how many of you can watch in the early morning. If you can't watch live, then it's best for me to video it, because the quality of the image will be way better. Something to think of. And you still can't hear the motor. You weren't a fan of the 360. Okay. That makes my life easier. Great apartments here. Certainly. No motor sound. That's fantastic. Love it. This whole area has the most difficult to say name. It's Cruquius. And you'll see it on the side of the building coming up. Cruquius. I mean, really? A word with 3 U's? Cruquius. But that's the name. It's actually the name of a famous person. But it's the name of this area. You see it on the blue building coming up here. Yes, you're in Hermanus, Hillary, aren't you? I forget. I get mixed up with people. So yeah, the boat really is bobbing around, but the gimbal's keeping it still. That's just a made-up word. Yeah. How do they teach people to spell? Crazy word. Okay, let's see. Okay, give us some speed. Okay, Cape Town. I'm considering being in Cape Town next January. It's a very good place to be in January. Oh. The low scooter sound is high there. Oh, well, on the scooter I don't have this directional mic. So yeah, now that I know how well this directional mic works, I might use it some more actually. I don't need to. Yeah, it's pretty good. Haha. I'm just gonna try and sneak in front of that ferry. I'm just going out as far as I can from the ferry, so I got some room to maneuver. I think we made it. I know we made it. Well, I wouldn't expect many casual boaters out here because we're already out on a limb. Phew. Yeah. Now we're into the wind, unfortunately. Waving to the ferry. Yeah, that ferry certainly stays there for a while. So this is a sort of a famous building with footballers. Lots of footballers here. We have plenty of those famous Dutch footballers. Yeah, the wind now, because I'm actually going straight into it. It's sorry, sheep. Todd, hi, welcome. Look, Todd, I got the boat working. Who? Which famous footballers? Oh, I don't know. I don't do football. Let's go up this side a bit. That's very nice inside this boat with all the windows down the side, look. Not very seaworthy, but very light inside. Often these places are already pretty dark inside. Just realised I just took my little hat off so that the mic is maybe a little bit better positioned. Here's the inside. 2 beds, right and left. Actually slept on it once. Now this boat belonged to Lee initially. And this is a good swimming place as well. Look, There's steps where you can get out. Thank you for liking, much appreciated. This building over here is called the Sphinx for some reason. Doesn't look like a Sphinx to me, but anyway. And that's all public housing, believe it or not. Beautiful building. And apparently really nice apartments as well. So yeah, public housing here doesn't mean cheap housing necessarily. Great, well I'm glad you like it, Linda, because I like it too. So whenever the weather's good and I've got the time, I'll just pop into the centre and then we'll have some more sort of more classic things to look at than just a whole lot of houseboats and open water. Hello Traveller AI. So here's my house ahead, those two buildings there. There's 28 of us who live in them. And it's really nice. Geen probleem, Natalie. Geen probleem. I'm not going to try and moor with you live because it's so difficult. But I'll just pop under the bridge and I'll show you where the supermarket is. And then what I do sometimes, you know, if I've got like a big party, like for sale actually, I'll have to do it in advance though because they're going to close this bridge, is I take the boat to the supermarket. Yeah, I do have a waddle of you, Linda. So take the boat to the supermarket and moor it there, and then I can fill the boat up with heavy things, like beer. Okay. And then bring it home in one go. So it's quite a fun thing to do. And we've got lovely sunsets here as well, actually. Something like that. That's a pleasure, Liz. And here's where I swim. Oh, change quickly. Here, and you can climb out here as well. You see the steps there. This is a really good swimming spot. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye because there could be some choice words coming in here that I might involuntarily say. So bye-bye, everybody. Actually, I want my house in the background. I'm going to swivel very fast. There we go. Okay. So, bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you next week with Madeline. Okay, that'll be, I think, 4 p.m. But I'll put it on Google Calendar today and on YouTube. Bye.